The answer has been whispering within you all along. Since your very first breath, a radiant current, the blue power, has slept inside your spirit like a sealed flame, waiting for its hour. And that hour has arrived. The timing was never accidental. It was divine precision. Every detour, every silence, every waiting season was preparing you for this threshold. In just a few days, the supermoon rises. Not an ordinary moon, but a mirror that magnifies what already stirs inside your soul. It amplifies, awakening itself. And if you meet its light half awake, its blessing might pass you by. This moment isn't for everyone, and deep down, you know you're not everyone. Before this inner power can rise, you must remember what it truly is. But first, if your heart already feels the pull, pause and claim your place in this alignment. Subscribe now and type the sacred number 999 in the comments below. This number isn't decoration, it's a code of completion, the signal that your old cycle has ended and the new one has begun. As you write it, you're not performing an action, you're declaring to the universe, I am ready. Now understand, the blue power is not a fantasy trick or a theatrical burst of energy. It's a divine seal placed within you by higher intelligence, a covenant between your soul and the source that made you. It doesn't roar, it hums, it doesn't rush, it watches. It waits for the day when your spirit matures enough to handle its voltage. You felt traces of it long ago, those uncanny flashes in childhood, when you knew things no one taught you, when truth moved through you faster than words, when your instincts outran logic. That was it, silent, patient, waiting beneath the surface for you to notice again. When this power awakens, you don't gain anything, you remember. Your intuition sharpens until truth feels louder than noise. You begin sensing shifts before they happen. You know when to speak, when to stay still, when to move. Manifestation stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like nature. Because finally, your energy and your intention are no longer strangers. The world trained you to doubt this. Society called it imagination. Logic called it coincidence. But your soul always knew better. This coming supermoon is not descending to bless random seekers. It arrives to awaken those already chosen by inner purpose, not outer appearance. And there's a reason you must be conscious before it shines. If you wait for the moon to awaken you, it will not. The energy doesn't come to wake sleepers. It comes to magnify the ones already stirring. Right now, your blue power isn't fully active nor fully asleep. It's watching. It studies your posture, your consistency, your faith. When lunar light floods the sky, it won't magically flip a switch. It will amplify whatever state you're already in. If you're doubting yourself, hiding from your calling, shrinking from your truth, the frequency will glide past you without judgment, because resonance is law, not emotion. The moon responds only to those vibrating as who they are becoming, not who they were pretending to be. So the question stands, how do you awaken it? Start by manifesting what your soul truly desires, not what trends demand, not what the world admires. Be unflinchingly honest. Speak your desire aloud. Feel it resonate in your chest. The blue seal responds to authenticity, not performance. It opens only when your words align with your essence. Then live that truth publicly, not just privately. Say the thing you've been afraid to say. Show the self you've been hiding. Every act of self-suppression is a stone laid over your power. Every act of honesty removes one. And when you do good, do it quietly. The universe doesn't measure noise, it measures alignment. Anonymous kindness sends a stronger signal than performative virtue. You don't need perfection, you need presence. Before the moon reaches its peak, it will press on your life. Small coincidences, heavy emotions, recurring numbers. They are not random. They're calibration marks, gentle taps from the cosmos whispering, "You're almost there." Pressure isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're being shaped, not shattered. Every strange moment lately, the sudden solitude, the tightening routines, the emotional intensity, is your system adjusting to hold higher voltage. The blue power is not arriving, it's emerging. Before the blue power unlocks, subscribe the channel, and it doesn't whisper, it presses. It rearranges your world in quiet but undeniable ways. You might feel as though life itself is tightening around you, as if invisible hands are reshaping your path. You start seeing repeating numbers, not as superstition, but as divine timestamps, reminders that your timeline is syncing with higher order. These signs are not coincidence. They are signals. The universe is whispering. You are nearing the threshold. If the past few weeks have felt heavy, confusing, or painfully intense, understand this: you are not collapsing, you are being condensed. The pressure you feel is a spiritual compression chamber, designed not to crush, but to sharpen. When divine power rises, everything that is not aligned gets squeezed out. Responsibilities multiply, emotions surface, relationships transform, and everything seems to happen at once. Yet this is not chaos, it is calibration. The soul cannot carry expansion without first learning endurance. What feels like loss is actually refinement. What feels like delay is divine timing, hardening into precision. Pressure is not punishment. It's proof that you're being trusted with greater weight. When life feels like it's pulling you inward, when you crave solitude, when small talk exhausts you, and fake energy irritates your spirit, that's not burnout. That's alignment. It's power settling into your system, pushing out the frequencies that no longer fit. You are being made ready to carry something sacred. And readiness never feels relaxing. It feels like rebirth. Sometimes the transformation disguises itself as struggle. When your spirit starts to rise, resistance meets it. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the test becomes. And yet, in that exact storm, grace is at work. Because every major awakening feels like a breakdown right before it becomes a breakthrough. The universe tests structure before it builds upon it. So, if you've been tested, stretched, stripped down, understand, heaven has been measuring your strength, not your weakness. You were never meant to live an ordinary existence. There's a reason you've always felt slightly out of sync with the world around you. Even as a child, your sensitivity was a signal. You could feel what others couldn't name. You asked questions too deep for your age. You noticed energy before words, intention before explanation. Children don't doubt their intuition. They live in it. But the world doesn't honor what it cannot control. So society taught you to doubt yourself, to mute your knowing, to trade wonder for logic. You didn't forget your power. You were trained to. You adapted to survive. And in that adaptation, you built a mask that kept you safe, but it also kept you small. The blue power stayed dormant, not because you lacked worth, but because your environment lacked resonance. The world wasn't ready to receive what you carried. Power like this does not bloom in noise. It awakens in silence. It hides until you become stable enough to hold it. And now, the seal is beginning to crack open. When it rises, it doesn't add new qualities. It reveals the ones buried beneath expectation, fear, and conformity. Awakening isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering who you were before the world convinced you otherwise. It's reclaiming the imagination that was vision in disguise, the dreams that were prophecies, the gut instincts that were guidance. You're not awakening to gain magic. You're awakening to recognize it. There's a misunderstanding about spiritual awakening. Many chase it for the glow, for the sensation, for the recognition. But the blue power doesn't reward ego. It dissolves it. It's not here to make you appear chosen. It's here to remind you that you already are. Real spiritual authority never makes you feel superior. It makes you feel responsible. It grounds you even as it expands you. It humbles you while it empowers you. When the blue power begins to rise, your focus shifts from what can I get to what can I give, from how can I be seen to how can I serve. Ego craves applause. Mission craves alignment. Ego seeks followers. Purpose seeks truth. This power doesn't arrive in lightning. It arrives in silence. It's the steady pulse of discernment, the quiet knowing that anchors you even when no one else understands. Real power doesn't need to announce itself. It demonstrates itself through integrity. When it activates, you stop chasing validation and start embodying purpose. You stop worrying about being noticed and start building what lasts. You no longer need to prove yourself. Your presence speaks for you. The moment you align with this energy, you realize something life-changing. The goal was never to become impressive. It was to become trusted. And that is what the universe has been doing these past months. Testing your trustworthiness. Every disappointment was a filter, not a failure. It removed people who couldn't walk where you're headed. It stripped illusions that would have drained your next season. Every heartbreak, every ending, every silence was sacred subtraction. What remains after all that is not a weaker version of you. It's the refined essence of your true self. Because the blue power will never rest on the unready. It lands on those who can hold responsibility without arrogance, compassion without exhaustion, and strength without show. You are that soul, or rather, you are becoming that soul. You are chosen not for perfection, but for endurance. And endurance is exactly what you've proven. Every wound you carry has purpose. Every scar has memory. You didn't survive what you survived just to tell a sad story. You survived to carry a sacred one. Pain did not come to punish you. It came to prepare you. It carved wisdom into your soul that no book could teach. Each betrayal taught discernment. Each heartbreak expanded compassion. Each disappointment trained you to see through illusion. And that's the difference between those who awaken and those who merely dream. Awakening requires endurance. This is where the blue power begins to stir differently. It starts speaking through experience, not emotion. Your suffering becomes signal. Your tears become transformation. The universe watches how you respond to weight. And when your soul proves it can hold that weight without collapsing, it begins to unlock energy that was once off limits. The pressure you've felt lately, it's been sacred preparation for a specific moment in time, November 4th. That date isn't coincidence, it's convergence. It's the point when celestial movement meets spiritual readiness. On November 4th, the energy of the supermoon and the frequency of the blue power intertwine like a cosmic key and lock. If you've been sensing that something huge is about to break through, you're right. That day marks a visible shift for the invisible work you've been doing. It's when private growth starts echoing in public form. The universe loves symbolism, and this time, it's using light itself to confirm your alignment. You might notice unusual stillness in the air as that day approaches. Not emptiness, but anticipation. Life will seem quieter, yet more charged. Conversations will feel slower, but deeper. It's as if everything is pausing to let you hear your own frequency clearly for the first time. This is when the blue power tests your readiness. It asks, can you hold peace while the world spins? Can you stay rooted while everything shifts? Because when that lunar light floods the sky on November 4th, it will not gift energy, it will mirror it. Whatever state you hold within will be multiplied. That's why your emotional and spiritual posture matters now more than ever. If you stand in faith, faith will echo. If you sit in fear, fear will expand. The universe isn't judging, it's reflecting. The moon doesn't create, it amplifies, it magnifies you. So use these days before November 4th wisely. Clean your space, quiet your mind, forgive what's been lingering, release what's been draining. The lighter you are, the stronger you'll rise. Look back at your timeline for a moment. Every chapter that once broke you now forms the foundation of your authority. You are not just surviving, you are collecting credentials of the soul. You can sense pain before words, lies before evidence, energy before expression. That's not paranoia, that's discernment, that's earned sight. And this is what makes you dangerous to darkness. You see through it without needing to fight it. The blue power doesn't awaken in people untouched by struggle. It awakens in those who have walked through darkness and refused to become it. That's why you were chosen. You understand both shadow and light. You can carry one without being consumed by the other. Every heartbreak expanded your capacity to love. Every loss expanded your capacity to lead. Every silence expanded your capacity to listen. You have been shaped into a vessel that can carry divine voltage without shattering. When November 4th arrives, you'll feel the difference in your body first, a strange electricity, like the air thickens around you. Don't mistake it for anxiety, it's activation. The alignment between your inner light and the moon's reflection will open channels you once only dreamed of. Intuition will surge, synchronicities will multiply, manifestations will move faster because resistance will drop away. The old version of you operated through effort. The new one moves through ease. Understand something sacred. This isn't a reward. It's a recognition. You are being acknowledged by the cosmos for your persistence, your purity, your patience. The world may not have seen your quiet endurance, but heaven did. November 4th is heaven's echo, a divine, I see you. It's not the end of your struggle, but the confirmation that the struggle was never in vain. So hold your center. Don't chase. Attract. Don't perform. Align. The time for waiting is over. The time for witnessing begins. When the blue power fully ignites around November 4th, it doesn't crown you, it commissions you. You'll feel it like a pulse through your entire being, subtle but undeniable, calling you not to stand above others, but to stand for them. Because once this energy roots in you, it doesn't ask what you can gain. It asks what you can give. When the light of November 4th fades from the sky, the real work begins. The moon will move on, but its frequency stays inside you, a quiet hum that changes how reality reacts to your presence. From this point, life stops speaking in hints. It answers directly. People will sense something different in you, not louder, not flashier, but truer. You won't have to announce your transformation. It will speak through the way silence bends around you. Yet power always asks for proof. The universe never gives authority without verification. So after the glow of November 4th, expect subtle tests. A familiar situation may return only to see if you'll react from memory or respond from mastery. Someone may challenge your calm. An old fear may whisper again. An opportunity may tempt your ego instead of your purpose. These aren't setbacks. They're mirrors. They reveal whether the awakening has rooted or if it was only emotion. The blue power fuses only with those who can keep integrity when no one is watching. If you feel moments of emptiness or isolation, don't mistake them for regression. When heaven verifies you, it removes applause so you can hear your own frequency. Silence becomes sacred ground. What once drained you will quietly fall away, not because you lost connection, but because vibration reorganizes reality. Every goodbye is graduation. You are being positioned where your light can work unhindered. Soon you'll notice that the world around you responds differently. Synchronicities accelerate. Dreams bleed into daylight. Conversations align without planning. You'll sense emotions in a room before words are spoken. That's not imagination. That's communication between your energy and creation itself. Reality begins to cooperate with you because you've become coherent with it. This is the hidden law of the awakened. When your heart, intention, and action agree, the universe stops resisting and starts reflecting. But the blue power was never meant to make you superior. It was meant to make you steady. Ego seeks attention. Essence seeks application. This energy does not want to be worshipped. It wants to be used. You are not the weapon. You are the messenger the current travels through. The more you surrender control, the stronger it flows. You'll find that your desires refine themselves. Instead of asking, "What do I want?" you'll begin to ask, "What am I being called to do?" Guidance will come as impulse, a sudden knowing to move, to speak, or to stay still. Follow it without hesitation. Intuition is no longer a whisper. It's instruction. Some days, the old frequencies will try to return. Doubt, anger, comparison. When they do, remember, darkness doesn't need fighting, only light. Breathe, center, and let your presence be the answer. This is mastery, not suppression, but transformation. The awakened don't conquer shadows, they outshine them. As November unfolds, you'll see how every scar became a seal of trust. You were never being punished. You were being prepared to hold voltage others couldn't carry. Every heartbreak expanded compassion. Every silence trained discernment. Every loss carved humility. Now the current of that wisdom moves through you effortlessly. Rooms will quiet when you enter. Animals may grow still. Children may smile for no reason. Even those who cannot name it will feel you before they see you. That is energetic authority, invisible, undeniable. From now on, creation listens to your consistency, not your noise. Keep your thoughts clean, your words intentional, your motives pure. You are writing reality in real time. Each act of patience rewires timelines. Each act of kindness expands light. You no longer chase signs. Signs chase you. The moon no longer awakens you. You awaken the moon within. And when the nights feel still and that electric calm rises in your chest, remember this truth carved into your soul by the blue fire itself. You are not waiting for light. You are the light. You are not reaching for destiny. You are the confirmation of it. Walk gently, speak clearly, shine quietly, because from November 4th onward, the universe does not test you anymore. It trusts you.